Hi there, I hope you're having a good one. My name is Saad, and today we're going to be discussing naming conventions for PPC campaigns. Now, it's one of the few pesky things that annoy many people, annoy anyone who's running PPC, whether that be PPC managers, people who run ads for a living, or sellers themselves. Let me tell you how many problems does a proper naming convention or a proper naming structure will prevent you. Like there's many problems that are prevented when you implement a consistent and a proper naming structure for your PPC campaigns. So let's see what happens if you do not have a proper naming convention. Well, you might have a pretty good idea of the problems that you face currently, like you're not able to know, you're not able to know what type of campaign is the campaign that I've created. You've just given it a random name. Now you don't know what's in it. You don't know what match types are running in there. You don't know why you made that campaign. You don't know when did someone make that campaign. Let's say you have someone else who's running ads for you, and now you have your own ads, and then there's the person, he's creating new campaigns. So now you want to differentiate, okay, so these are my campaigns that I've created and that I'm running, and these are the campaigns that, let's say, my PPC manager or my agency is running. So you're not able to differentiate between that. So this video is going to be solving all of that for you. So let's just dive right in without any further ado. So I have this Word document right in front of me. It has a bunch of campaign names that we're going to be using to understand the concepts of a proper naming convention. So the first thing that you see here is, I've written something like identifier, main keyword, async, ad type, auto manual, and all that stuff. So we're going to get back to this in a second. But first, I want to go through this first campaign right here, so you can see what's happening right here. So SK, what does SK mean? So my name is Saad Khan, right? So S and K, these two letters, they come in the initials of my name. So this is how I also used to identify which campaigns that I have created when I onboard new accounts. So SK means Saad Khan. Let's say if your name is Lewis Harry, so you can write LH instead of SK. Let me just do that. Let's say Lewis Harry has created this campaign for us. Then comes the keyword, the main keyword for that what do you call that, product. So let's say you're advertising a coffee grinder. Your product is a coffee grinder, and then we have the ASIN. Now we have the ASIN, and then we have SP. Now you might be wondering what this means. This means the type of ads that we are running is the ad type. So there's three ad types in Amazon ads. One of them is sponsored brands, one of them is sponsored display, and sponsored products. So if you see, I've written SP here. So what these two letters means is S stands for sponsored and P stands for product. So let's say if I have created an auto campaign, I know that this auto campaign falls under the sponsored products umbrella. It falls under the sponsored products umbrella. So I'm going to name this thing as SP, because I know this is the campaign that I am running. The ad types that I'm advertising in this campaign are the ad types are the ad types that fall under the umbrella of sponsored products. So now we move on. We've seen that, okay. So we get an idea that this is an auto campaign, and then in this auto campaign, it's a close match auto campaign, and then we have intent or research, intent or a goal for this campaign, which is research. We want to research new keywords for that. So now we get back to this place. Just now I want you to lend me a ear, uh, lend me an ear, and let's understand this thing once and for all, so all your woes are gone. So to revise, identifier means how you're going to identify which campaigns have been made by you, the agency, or anyone else. And then there comes the main keyword, and then there comes the asyn. So you have this dash here. So everything here is like separated by a dash. And then we have ad type. Then we have information about whether the campaign is a manual campaign or it's a broad campaign. So we have that here. You might be wondering what this EPB means. We are going to get to that in a second as well. And then we have the intention or the goal that we are trying to achieve with this campaign. All right, let's look at some more examples. We're going to come on to manual campaigns here. So you see that there's a coffee grinder. Now we have created some campaigns for that coffee grinder. Now we're going to try to understand what does this campaign name convey to us. So the first thing it conveys to us is that I made this campaign. I mean SK made this campaign. The main keyword for this is like coffee grinder. So we know that we are selling coffee grinders in this campaign, and then we are selling the asyn. Like the asyn we put it in there, and then we have SP like sponsored products, because exact campaigns are a part of sponsored products. Now you're going to see that ME is a little bit weird, right? Because what does this mean? Now if you're a little bit intuitive, you might have gotten the gist of it, but what it means is M stands for manual, and E stands for exact. So this is basically what we have done here. This is basically a short form. So you don't want to keep your campaign, you don't want to make your campaign names too long. So now they're going to be like cut off from the screen, and you're not going to be able to see all the information in one screen. So yeah, you have to keep that in mind. So for that reason, let's say we have a sponsored product campaign which has exact match keywords in it, and its intention is ranking. Like the reason we are running exact match campaigns, exact match keywords in this campaign is to rank these keywords. Now, if you might notice that there's like two campaigns here, and these two campaigns are the same campaigns. So how do we differentiate with them? We just differentiate simply by putting a 1 or 2 at the end of the campaigns that are same, so we can differentiate. Now you see that there's another coffee grinder campaign. It's a manual exact campaign. Now you come down here, P. What does P mean? Manual phrase. And then let's go down. What does MB mean? Manual broad. So coming back to up here. So now when we just discussed what EP and B means. E means exact, P means phrase, and B means broad. So there's like 3 match types in manual campaigns. So there's like exact match, phrase match, and broad match. So we've got all that covered. And let's say we have got a campaign which has a little bit of a weird name. Let's assume that you have a campaign in which you have exact match keywords, phrase match keywords, and broad match keywords. Now you want to be able to know that just by looking at the campaign name, you want to be able to know that, okay, in this campaign I have phrase match keywords as well as broad match keywords as well as exact match keywords. So what we do is that we just combine this EPB into a single line, right? Like MEPB, manual, exact, phrase, broad. Now coming down here, you might see there's a different name here. So if you come and look at this, this means PAT campaign, PAT campaign. Now you might be wondering what that means. So basically, this campaign is a type of a campaign which we call as product async targeting campaign, or you can also call that product targeting or async targeting campaign. So this is basically what I use to denote whether this campaign is a product async targeting campaign or is it's a keyword campaign like these above. So then we come here. This is the product async targeting campaign in which we target specific products and we put our ads on them. And then we have got category async targeting campaigns in which we target a specific category, and Amazon targets all the asins within that category for us automatically. So now we're going to look at a couple of different more examples. So now you might be wondering, okay, let's say if my coffee grinder comes in two variations, right? So my coffee grinder has two variations. One of them is an aluminum version. One of them is a titanium version. So let's say if we have an aluminum version, what we can do here is that we can just, between the keyword and between the asin, we can just type aluminum. And we can also type like so what this means is now we're catering to any variations as well. Now it's able to give us information. Okay, we are selling titanium coffee grinders in this campaign, and in this campaign we are running async targeting. So this is basically what this campaign means now. So now we're going to come down to these sponsored brand campaigns. Okay, it just flew right off the screen. Let me get that. All right, so you see these two campaigns. These are like video campaigns and storefront campaigns. You have got like SB here because video is present in sponsored brands, and I think it's also present in sponsored display, but yeah, you get the point, right? So SB-video, it just tells us that this campaign is for a iPhone 14 Pro Max screen protector, which is a glass screen protector, and we are running a video ad in this. So this is basically one of the easiest way to like convey information. And now I've come down here like PAT. I've even written this out like product async targeting. This is what it means. So you might, when we look at these campaigns, so the only difference is that in this part, like all of these parts, they're same in all of these campaigns, because we want to make an organization, like we want to stay organized. So we gotta have a disciplined naming structure. So it's not like that we have written cat in the start of the campaign, and then it just happens like this, and then all our naming convention is just destroyed. We don't want to do that, because we want to reduce the headache for ourselves. And if we do not follow this naming convention for us, it's only gonna harm us in the long run. So we have got sponsored display PAT campaigns, sponsored product PAT campaigns, sponsored products CAT campaigns. So PAT means product async targeting or async targeting, and CAT means category targeting. So let's say we have a couple of asins that have the same type. Like let's say we have a phrase. We have a couple of phrase campaigns. It's just like this example that we have right here. So we have like two ranking campaigns. So we just they both are the same, and so we just put 1 and 2 at the end of them. So we are able to differentiate. Same is the case here. So this is basically what we do. And let's say if you're a PPC manager, or let's say if you're a PPC manager and you happen to onboard an account, and in that account your client has created a couple of campaigns, and now you're creating your own campaigns. So when you're going to be, let's say if I had an account if I onboarded an account for someone and they had a couple of campaigns in their account running. So what I would do is that I would, adjust all of the campaign names according to this structure and only just leave one detail out. I'm not going to be including SK. We're just going to remove that. And this is going to tell us that this campaign right here was a campaign that was made by the client. So this is basically how you can differentiate, how you can keep yourself organized, and yeah, make your life much easier. So let's say if I want to like find um, a campaign, a coffee grinder campaign, which is an automatic campaign. Let's say if you want to find a manually exact campaign, which is a ranking campaign for our a coffee grinder. So what we'll do is that we'll just write SK coffee grinder. So this is we're going to be writing this in the search bar of the campaign manager. So and then we put in the ASIN, and then we put in the match type, and then we put in the ME, then we put in ranking. And when we do that, what's going to happen is that, let's say if your account has thousands of campaigns and you have only 2 ranking campaigns for the coffee grinder, only those 2 campaigns are going to show up in your campaign manager, and you can analyze them with just a glance. It's just going to give you an overview of how your ranking campaigns are doing overall for that specific product. So this is one of the best ways that I'm able to like organize the campaigns that I'm creating in different PPC accounts, in different seller accounts, and it has saved me a ton of time, ton of headache, and I hope it helps you as well. So if you found any value in this video, leave a comment, like, share, whatever you want to do. And yeah, remember the name Saad Khan, and remember me in your prayers. Have a good one.